Following the compound bow, this next clip showcases another physical weapon's inability to deal meaningful damage without relying on a deviant. At this moment, we are displaying the defender's stats, which are completely capped for both general and weapon damage reduction, maintaining full Teddy synergy in the active deviant shield. Crucially, this defense also includes a 30% weak spot damage reduction from the head guard mod and an 18% crit reduction from the lightning gene fabric. On the attacker's side, we are running crumbly bread and hot dog food buffs, which increase weapon damage by 34%, and damage against players marked with Bingo's bullseye by 27%. To push our weapon damage even further, we also have the Whimsy drink buff active, granting an additional 16% of weapon damage. As you can see on screen, all of these massive multipliers are already fully active and calculated right here in the battle stats sheet. The mods optimized for this build will be shown after the test. An important note, for this first encounter, we are not using the butterfly deviation, only the Bingo sniper rifle. So now, let's see if a fully optimized physical weapon can deal any meaningful damage to a player with capped reductions, completely without a deviant's impact. As you can see, our damage numbers range from a low of 600 to 2000 on average. These numbers only jumped higher when the defender's Teddy buff ended and they hit the ground, losing their airborne status. Falling to the ground stripped away a massive 37% of general damage reduction. 10% of that mitigation came from the Starfall crocodile skin, and 27% came from the Starry Pudding food buff. As promised, here are the attacker's mods, min-maxed purely for maximum damage output. This build completely sacrifices defensive substats like weapon or status reduction in favor of raw offense. We even loaded up on aggressive food buffs to see maximum damage potential of the weapon. But here is the catch. In a meta where players easily have 15 to 20,000 HP, hitting for just 2,000 damage with the strongest sniper rifle in the game is a joke. The attacker is more likely to use survivability buffs and mods just to become an unkillable tank, rather than use a full glass cannon build that provides absolutely no value, even in a static test. Once those mandatory defensive adjustments are made, this already low damage output will easily be cut in half. And all of this can be fixed by simply reducing the maximum general damage reduction players can stack, placing a strict hard cap on it, or alternatively, completely removing the general damage reduction that Teddy provides. Now for the second encounter. We are using the exact same builds, our tanky defender versus the glass cannon attacker, but this time with the addition of the butterfly deviation. Right off the bat, you can see a massive difference. The damage numbers are 2 to 3 times higher. But the most obnoxious part here is that I am not even aiming, the butterfly does all the work, it literally plays the game for me. This perfectly demonstrates the disparity between pure weapon damage and the actual impact of a deviant. However, notice that even with the butterfly active, it still takes almost 2 full magazines to kill a player using Teddy. Now, imagine what that same butterfly does to a player with lower weapon reduction or no Teddy at all. They would vanish instantly. Is this really the direction we want this game to take?